Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you're returning, welcome back. So today we're going to be installing locks. I wanted to try this new method because while I did like the other method, I still felt like when I was wrapping down the braid that there was like a hump where the knot of the lock was, and I feel like this method prevents you from having that hump so that it's just a clean lock and it looks smooth and it looks like it's coming from the scalp. So all the products that I use, including the tools and the hair, will be linked down below for $4 on my website. Now let's hop right into the video. So for the parts I'm doing medium parts. I usually do medium parts when I do locks, just so that the hair doesn't end up being too thick. So all I do is I make a part from the ear to ear line, and then I've got 2 rows under that, and then I'm gonna divide those rows into, I usually do 4 parts, but this time I did 3 parts. I'm telling you, it really depends on your client's head or the size of your head and how many parts look good at the bottom. So this time I felt like 3 parts were reasonable because I knew how my medium parts look like over time. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna go ahead and do and install 2 locks, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I install the middlemost lock. Okay, and for everybody who went in the comments and told me in like a few of my last videos that you couldn't see what was going on, this section is for you. I'm literally, I looked in the camera and I made sure, hey, like, can you guys see what I'm doing? And I went ahead and moved the camera so that you guys can get a better view. But yeah, you know, I had taken a break off recording. I didn't know my angles. I'm getting back to my angles. We're getting back to recording, this, that, and the third. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to start off with a normal braid. You're going to divide that section that you have into 3. This is so that the lock lays in the middle of your head and it doesn't cause any friction or pulling while you're wearing the style. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to braid the lock into our braid. And this is me showing you guys the lock and the loop, and we're gonna braid it in. So we're gonna start off with the braid. We're gonna take those 3 strands, and you just braid under. You exchange the leftmost braid with the rightmost braid, and all you do is you keep switching positions with the middlemost braid, and that's all you do when you braid. Nothing. I don't want to get like do too much and like try and get complicated, but all you're doing is you're under braiding the leftmost and the rightmost braid, taking turns each time, and you should come out with a braid. Now once you get to about an inch, or it really depends on where you are on the head. Towards the back it's like an inch, towards the middle it gets a bit like further down, like an inch and a half, just so that I can make the locks line up. All you do is you add it, you slide it in there, and then you're going to go ahead and braid the rest of the braid down. And when I mean braid down, I mean braid down so that you're still able to pull the braid out later and cut the braid free from the lock, and it's easy to take down. I mean cut the lock from the braid. Do not cut your braid. Cut the lock from the braid. After you've added your lock into your braid, you're going to get a small piece of wrapping hair. You're going to pull it through the base of your braid, and then you're going to start wrapping. You're going to wrap tightly to begin with, and then as you go further down, you can loosen it up and add some texture as you go. But to start it off, give it like a good 3-4 tight wraps. And then as you continue down, start adding some texture. Make it a little rough, but still not too rough, a little smooth. And that's really all to it. I'm going to do this one more time for you guys, and then I'm going to let you guys just enjoy the rest of the video. So here is a time lapse of me doing the second row, and then once I get to a point where I stop, I'm going to show you guys again how I add the lock in, and then I'm just going to let the video ride out. Okay, so I'm not going to speed this one up in any way. I'm just going to let it play in real time. This is about how long it takes me to install one lock. It usually takes me about 5 hours to do one of these locks. And yeah, we're going to get right to it. So like I said before, we're going to make those 3 parts. And this is me making those beautiful 3 parts. And then after that, you're going to start braiding. And what you do is you start with the leftmost, you braid it under. Then you take the rightmost and braid it under. Now, if you want more techniques on how to braid and you want more tips on like braiding skills and all that, if you're a braider, I also have a $10 like how to braid kit as well on my website. But I felt like that was more tailored towards braiders. And I didn't feel like you guys should have to pay $10 to access any products or any of that stuff. But all you do is you braid about 1 inch. I'm still partway towards the back. I don't really need to braid that much down. And I'm going to open the lock with my fingers. And then I'm going to take one of the strands. You really choose which one. I try to go for more of the thicker ones, not the thinner ones, so that it holds on nicely. You're going to add it on. See me braiding down. I think I'm personally like trying to match the lock with the rest of the locks. That's why I braid a little bit further down. And I've added it to the rightmost leg. And now I did like an under braid, but it's easier after you've just added the lock to switch to an over braid, which is what I'm doing here. And this is me just doing a couple over braids, but over braiding is pretty slow. Like I move slow. So you're going to see me flip the braid right here and move into an under braid. And I'm going to just finish this off real fast. And that's all you do to add the lock. Now I'm gonna go get the wrapping hair, and if you can't tell, I also have locks in right now. You can check out my last video on my boho locks. And then you're going to just attach the wrapping hair to the hook. Again, remember not to put too much. And when I do this, I like to level out the hair so that there's a long end and a short end. I'm gonna grab the long end and I'm gonna start wrapping. I'm gonna wrap tightly at the top to begin with, 1 to 2 to 3 times. And then as I continue to wrap down, I'm gonna loosen my grip and add some texture. So the rest of this video is just me completing her hair at different angles. Feel free to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And then if you want to see the finished look, just go all the way to the end of the video. If you would love to know what products I use, including tools, my product list is listed down below. As well, if you're interested in learning how to braid, or if you're a braider wanting to learn more skills, I also have a $10 kit down below as well. I hope this, guys, helps you bunches. Please leave reviews so I know where I can do better. Thank you guys so much.